Alright guys, what's up? Um, I thought about making my jazz video that I had promised you guys for like a week now. But then I changed my mind, because I saw NFL free agency starts in a couple days, and I actually wanted to do this. Um, so NFL.com every year puts out their top 101 free agents. Obviously the franchise tag, deadline was earlier today, so this is all official. This background, I think this is most of the guys who are free agents. I'm not really sure why Keenan Allen's here. Allen Robinson got franchise tagged. Other than that, I think everyone's a free agent. Roughly. Kind of. I don't know. Anyway, so I was going to go through that. We're going to go through the first 21, get down to 80. And then tomorrow we'll go 80 through 60, and then 60 through 40, and then 40 through 20. And then the last day before free agency starts, we'll go um, 20 through, or 20 through 0. And what I'm gonna do is for each free agent, I'm gonna tell you where I think they'll end up and like just why. So yeah, let's get started. At number 101, we have Mitchell Trubisky. He does not end up back with the Bears. He's definitely gonna end up in a spot with the team is kind of unproven at the quarterback position. Um, I don't really know where that'd be. This one's tough, definitely. Maybe like the Jets or somewhere. He's definitely going to end up on a team. It'd be ridiculous if he didn't. But I guess maybe the Jets or somewhere. He's got to end up somewhere where he's not going to be the number one guy, but he's still going to be competing for like a decent. I don't know. I don't really know where he ends up. Adrian Peterson at 100. I don't think he gets signed, honestly. He's had a great career. I think it's it for him. 99, Roy Robertson Harris. I don't know who that is. I think he's the guy who plays for the Bears. So I'd assume they'll re-sign him if he's decent. Ryan Sackhoff, I really couldn't care less. I'd assume you guys would hopefully agree. Mike Davis had an interesting season. He'll probably end up back in Carolina. I think he's a really good backup and they like him. But he might be able to get some cash somewhere else. I think Seattle might be a good fit for him, or maybe Miami. Rashawn Jenkins, I think Carolina would be good for him. Um, Rashawn Jenkins at 96, safety from the Chargers. Jared Cook, who has been released the other day. I don't know. He's ranked at 95th. I think he's going to probably end up with the Jets or the Jaguars. He's a good veteran tight end who used to be really good. He's still a pretty solid tight end, really. But he's not what he used to be. He's 34. Everson Griffin at 94. I like him with the Cowboys. I think him with the Cowboys would be good. Him with the Seahawks would be decent as well. Other than that, I don't really see him going anywhere. Alquadon Muhammad at 93. I think he'll end up back with the Colts. Chidobe Awuzie. I can kind of see him end up with like. I kind of think he'll end up with the Patriots. He's pretty solid. He's had a decent career so far. I think the Patriots would be a good spot for him. Uh, Kerry Harper. He's actually been decent the last couple of years and nobody's noticed. Or Kerry Hyder, but the Cowboys maybe they'd be a good spot for him, but I don't know. Brashad Perryman, I think he'll end up with the Eagles. I don't think he'll like it, but I do think he'll end up with the Eagles. James White, I think they really like him in New England. I think he'll stay there. If he doesn't, I think Tom Brady really likes him, and he'll end up in Tampa Bay and be involved in the running back by committee situation they've got going over there. Um, Coolon Short, I think he'll stay with the Panthers. If he doesn't, I think Denver would be a good spot for him. Maybe trying to think. Hmm, Maybe the Falcons would be decent for him. I don't know. James Conner, I do definitely think he'll end up back with the Steelers. He's been decent. If he doesn't, I would really like to see him as a Raider. That won't happen though because of Josh Jacobs. So I guess never mind then. I would if he doesn't end up back with the Steelers, I think probably I don't know. Maybe the Giants. No, they have Saquon. Jeez, everybody's got a good running back. The Seahawks would be good for him, I guess. Dolphins, I'd like to see him alongside Tua. I'm kind of pissed people are giving up on. I don't know though. Next up, 86, Dan Arnold. He's been pretty solid. I think he'll either end up with the Rams if he doesn't re-sign with the Cardinals, although I think he will. Curio Santos, he's finally decent. That's all I can say about him. He's just finally, the Bears have finally got a decent kicker. It'd be dumb of them to let him go. I don't think their fan base would ever forgive him. Lawrence Guy, he's a really old 31. He plays for the Patriots. I think he'll probably end up back there. If he doesn't, Bills would be a decent landing spot for him. Also the Giants, staying in the Northeast. Now down to Troy Hill, who he's been getting snaps for the Chargers. He's nothing special, but he's getting them snaps in. He'll probably end up with the Chargers, or not. I can see him going cross town to the Rams. Maybe up to the Packers as well. Malik Hooker, I think, will stay with the Colts. If he doesn't, though, I would like to see him as a Bear. I don't think that'll happen. Packers would be decent for him. I just also don't think that'll happen. Most realistic option if he doesn't end up with the Colts, I feel, is probably, I don't know, maybe ends up with the Broncos or the Browns. Tarkis McKinley, probably the Falcons, I think is what he'll end up. Kyle Juszczyk, if he doesn't re-sign with the 49ers, they'll lose their minds. We're at 80 now, so I think I'm going to keep going because I'm only at the 7-minute mark and I can burn some time. And maybe you'll get your Jazz video tomorrow. Probably not, though. Maybe in a few days. We'll see. Alright, Quentin Dunbar. I think he'll end up with the Raiders. Tyson Owalu. He's been pretty solid. I can see him. He's made some money with the Steelers. I can see him as a Jet. Maybe a Patriot, I think, too. Raiders would be good for him as well. Maybe the 49ers. Derek Wolfe, I think he's done. I can't see him signing him. Kyle Beachum, I think he's going to stay with the Cardinals. If not, he'll probably head to the Vikings. Marlon Mack will probably stay with the Colts. Actually, no, he probably won't, because of, I think they like what they have in Philip Dorsett. I can see him ending up maybe in New England. Probably not. Atlanta would be good for him, I'd say. Rashad Breeland, I'd love to have him back as a Chiefs fan. I don't think it'll happen. He'll probably end up with the Rams or somebody out in the West Coast. Maybe he'll go to the 49ers, actually. Tyrod Taylor, I kind of feel bad for him. Finally got a starting job back, and then medical staff was just like, no. So that was kind of not cool of him. I'm going to go with, I think he'd be good for the Raiders, especially if they trade Mariota. I also think he'd be good in Jacksonville as a bridge quarterback, if that's needed, or maybe with the Jets as a bridge quarterback, although they do Sam Darnold, whether they'll trade him or not. But I do think he's a good bridge quarterback, given he doesn't get poked with the, what was it? I don't know, whatever happened with him. Alden Smith, he should be staying in Dallas. If he doesn't, then that's tough. But he's definitely showed enough. Desmond King, I think he helped the Titans secondary in his time there. I can see him as a Raider for sure. Dolphins would be a good spot for him. There's probably some team I haven't mentioned in this entire video that just feels really left out right now. Probably like almost all of the AFC North, like mostly just the Ravens. Who else? I think I've been pretty decent about including teams, so I don't know. Alejandro whatever his name, Villanueva, the Steelers Steelers left tackle, I believe he is. Might be the right tackle. I don't watch a whole ton of Steelers games, so he's not ended up back with the Steelers. I can see him as a Raider. That's probably about it, though. Duke Johnson, I have no clue. Gerald Everett, he should end up back with the Rams. If not, I don't know, maybe a Texan. I can see him as a Cowboy, too. Keanu Neal, I think, will end up back with the Falcons. If not, I can see him dropping down to the Bay Area, as in Tampa Bay, not the actual Bay Area. I don't know what I'm on about. Sheldon Rankins, I have no clue. Cordell Patterson, he's going to stay with the Bears. He seems way too excited about some crap. Like, okay, we're back. Hopefully I remember to edit that part out because I just got scared the crap out of by some alarm bell. Anyways, Cordell Patterson, I think he's going to stay with the Bears. I can't really see anything else happening. He seems way too hyped about him on social media. So, Austin Ryder, he should stay with the Chiefs. That'd be a smart move by us. If not, I can see him as a Steeler. Xavier Woods, Cowboys, maybe Saints. Namahang Su, fuck that guy. Larry Ogunjobi, Browns, maybe Patriots. Patrick Peterson, he's going to probably end up, I can see him as a 49er, taking on that Richard Sherman role. Definitely not as good as Richard Sherman, but yeah. Kendrick Drake, I hope he ends up back with the Cardinals. That'd be good for him. Kwan Williams, I guess we're going to 50 because I don't know. Kwan Williams, I think he'll probably stay with the dudes down in the Bay Area. Jaquiski Tart, 49ers, probably going to stay. Naquan Jones, I can see him with the Bears. Maybe New Orleans as well. Antonio Brown, I don't think he gets signed, honestly. Maybe back with whoever. Jacoby Brissett, good Birds quarterback. I think he'll stay with the Colts because they're unsure of their situation, just to see if, in case Carson Wentz isn't what they want him to be. Michael Davis, I can see him with the Saints. Get another dude named Michael on that team, Xavier Rhodes for Indianapolis. I can see him end up with maybe the Dolphins. Carolina would be decent for him. Maybe even the Bills. I don't know. 51, second to last guy we're talking about today. Sammy Watkins. I don't think he ends up back with the Chiefs. I think the Patriots are the most likely landing spot for him. And number 50, Richard Sherman. I think he's going to the Raiders. I think John Gruden's done his fair share of tampering. Alright, so because I did 50 today instead of the 20 I'd planned, I don't know. I might not edit that one part out. I might just be lazy. I'm gonna do at least 50 through 25, and then a 50 through 20, and then a final 20 the day before, or the day of free agency starting. You will get a Jazz video before free agency starts, I promise. Until then, leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow, and bye.